What's up, YouTube? We're just driving home right now. I am riding in the passenger seat. Jed, this is my little brother. He's my helper. He's been my helper for like the last 2 years, and I finally got him talked into coming back out here. So anyways, guys, he's gonna give you kind of more like a helper's perspective. We're gonna kind of record him and show you kind of what's expected. On my lip. What's expected of you when you come out and you take a helper position. So anyways, Jed, what is one of your biggest advices to a new helper? Like, what is something you would look for? What's something that'd make your life easier?
Well, I got a couple of them. One thing that I do as a helper is I look for patterns in what the welder wants. Sometimes the welder wants you to grind everything down to make sure everything's very clean. Sometimes welders don't do that, they just do buffing. Sometimes it's a mix between the both. Usually within the first day you've picked up on what your welder usually likes. So I focus on that pattern. I usually focus on like how much rod, because if I'm on a pipeline, I'm not carrying a bucket with me the whole time. I usually just leave it on the side of the truck, but I've got all my rod in my back pocket. So if like we're dealing with 8-inch and it takes the welder 3 rods to get down one side and then 3 rods to get down the other, I usually have about 7 in my pocket so that I'm not weighed down while I'm walking. So that's another pattern that I look for.
Basically what it is the patterns. Your goal as a helper is to make the welder as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm. The second thing that I do to help make the welder as fast as possible is I use my senses. You can't stare at the weld, obviously, because it really hurts your eyes. So I use my ears a lot. If you listen to them do a bead, you can hear it inside the pipe until they hit the bottom. And the second they hit the bottom where they've made a tack, it
starts sparking.
Yeah,
it's a whole different noise.
It's a whole different noise. And so then you know they're just about done with their rod, so you can be ready to start buffing and hand them the rod they need for the hot pass. And so I use my ears a lot. I use my eyes a lot. Obviously, I'm not staring at the weld. I usually keep one hand in front of the weld, but I still focus on how long his rod is. I don't know. There's just a bunch of other things, but
there's a lot of other things, guys, and we're gonna record Jed helping. And for anybody that wants to help, he is a jam-up helper. I mean, seriously, he reads prints, he can cut, he fits, he does everything but weld. And I have let him weld a few times, and he will pass X-ray. So he's a welding machine. He can do anything I can do. Guys, the goal of being a helper is to not stay the helper. The goal is to learn everything that the welder has to teach you. And then when you have learned everything that you can learn from him, either go find you another welder to help that's got like something different that you like, or you know what I mean, just something different that you can go pick up and learn. And then when you're ready to break out, just like Jed, he came out and was a helper. He can weld now, he can read prints, he can cut, he can do anything I can do. And it was all just from coming out and paying attention to what was going on. You're not here just to collect a check. You're here to better yourself and to move into the welder position.
Yeah, one thing I'd say is find yourself a welder that's willing to teach, though.
True.
Not all welders out there are going to want you to watch them.
True.
So if you find one like that doesn't want you to watch,
you better be on the phone looking for another one. Don't quit until you find another one, but get on the phone and start looking for somebody that's going to help you.
Yep.
But anyways, guys, so that was kind of one thing. I asked Jed if he would kind of share something for today. I'm going to start having him share quite a bit because, well, he's the helper, and he's going to help you guys get better at what you do. But
get started.
So today was patterns. A weld from top to bottom, 99% of the time it will not change. Everything is the same. you're looking for the pattern. You want to figure out if your welder's left-handed, right-handed, because you want to be in the right position to make it as easy for you to hand him a rod and as easy for him to get out of your way when you're ready to start grinding and buffing. Left-handed, right-handed is a big thing. If you're behind him all day and he's got to turn around to get rods, it's not good. So anyways, patterns, guys. It starts with the bead and ends with the cap. It's the same on every piece of pipe. But anyways, hope that kind of helps. We're gonna start recording this welding, fitting. Now that I got Jed out here, we can actually start recording and taking pictures and kind of showing the process of it all. So anyways, everybody be blessed. Like, subscribe, comment, share this with all your friends, and we'll talk to you in a little bit. We're gonna start doing a lot more of these too now that we got Jed. So that's part of being the helper. Yep. He's a record man.
Yep.
And the helper advisor. So anyways, guys, thanks for everything. We'll see you later.